Hi everybody, thanks for joining me today. Today I'm going to be doing a manicure that's a mashup of ideas, and I'm going to coordinate them so that they all go together. So the first thing that I have is I obviously have some white polish on a few of my nails, including the thumb. The pink I've used is this one from Kleancolor. It's called Pastel Pink. And the purple on my pinky is Sinful Colors Verbena. So what we're going to do is start with the pinky, because that one is very simple. We're going to start with this plate, number B14. This is from Cheeky. I think this might be somewhat of a dupe of some other stuff, so you may just want to look around for plates that might have that. And we're going to use this little image right here. It says love. We're going to stamp that using the pink. Okay, so I have that there, and I'm just going to place that on my pinky. Okay, I tried to get that center, but this is my opposite hand, so sometimes it gets a little off. So next, we're going to move on to the pink finger, because that one is going to be simple stamping as well. What I'm going to use is this plate from Bundle Monster. This is from Bundle Monster plate 317. This is their most recent set. And we're going to use this image right here. Now, my nails are not very long, so what I'm going to do is isolate part of this image. I'm going to stamp that using Conad Special Polish and white. So I'm going to start with the top two lines. Okay, and as you can see, it's left sort of a gap. But if I would have stamped this whole thing, this would have kind of cut off and you wouldn't be able to tell what that was. So what we're going to do is I'm going to go back and do that bottom line. And place that kind of where I want it to go. I kind of want to line it up and then follow the angle, placing it down slowly. This way I can fit the whole image and it looks right that way. So that's a good trick for those of you who have short nails and sometimes can't get all the image. It's very easy to just go ahead and place it. Now for the white nails, we're going to do a series of gradients. So the first thing we're going to do is a gradient on the pointer finger, using the pink and a white polish. This is Milani white on the spot. That's what I used on my nails here. And the way I like to do my gradients is using that small piece of cosmetic sponge, which I literally just tore off of a bigger piece. And on a little tray, I put a dot of the first color I want, a drop of the second color that I want, and then you can use a toothpick or whatever. I'm just going to use a dotting tool, and where they come together, I'm going to just lightly swirl them together to kind of create a mid-range color. Okay. Now what I'm going to do is take my cosmetic sponge, dip it into the colors, and then I'm going to dab that onto the nail. And I'm going to turn it so that the pink is at the tip. And I'm just going to start dabbing. If you start to feel like it's feeling tacky, then you want to stop, let it dry for a minute, and then do it again, and build up the gradient to the way you want it. Because if you continue to dab after it's already starting to get sticky, it will not only pull up the polish underneath, you'll end up with little pieces of sponge on your nail and it'll be a wreck. So I would say you just have to have just a slight amount of patience with gradients to make sure that you get the effect that you want. Okay, so here it is after 2 sponging. So you can see that the gradient is built up just right. And it's got a nice gentle fade into the white. So obviously you're going to have to clean up around your cuticles, so I will do that with a cotton swab and nail polish remover. But before I do that, I'm going to move on to the next gradient. Now that one is going to have that same pink, but then we're also going to add into the purple. We're going to do the gradient the same way. Don't worry about the texture you have at first. It looks a little bumpy, but that smooths out once you get top coat on it. Then we're going to do the same purple and pink gradient on the thumb, only instead of going up and down gradient, we're going to go side to side. Okay, so there is the gradient. Now we have the base ready for the stamping. Okay, so now that that is all cleaned up and has had a minute or so to dry, we're going to do the stamping. So we're going to do a simple stamping on the ring finger. I'm going to be using this Bundle Monster plate 317. We're going to use these kind of open hearts here. And I'm going to stamp that using Sally Hansen Insta-Dry Silver Sweep. Whoop. That is my favorite silver for stamping. Okay. Next, for the thumb, we're going to use that same plate and we're going to stamp this design here, which is a little hard to see. It's hearts, open hearts and solid hearts. We're going to stamp that using this metallic purple from Maybelline Color Show. It's called Amethyst Ablaze. Okay. Then we are going to move on to the pointer finger. We're going to use two plates for this one. First I'm going to start with this plate from Cheeky. It's Cheeky plate 11. And we're going to use this, it's a dotted, detailed, striped pattern. We're going to stamp that starting with the silver, the same silver. Okay, which is actually very pretty on its own. But we're going to go ahead and make it Valentine-y. And we're going to use this plate from that same Cheeky set, Cheeky plate number 2. We're going to use that heart. And we're going to stamp it with that metallic purple. I'm going to place it kind of right in the center, but going a bit at an angle. Okay, so then that way it sort of does, the diagonal lines go this way and the lines from the heart sweep across. Now it's up to you if you want to do multiple hearts. Since my nails are short, I think I'm just going to leave that one right in the middle. It kind of has its own little personality that way. Lastly, all I have to do is clean up around my cuticles and put some top coat over it. So let me go ahead and do that so I can show you the final result. Okay, so here it is, the final result. All the top coat shiny and smoothed out. The gradients have no bumpiness at all left. Here's the thumb. But yeah, so if there's any of these nail designs that you like more than another, you could even keep it as it's, do that on all your nails and make it its own mani, so that would be kind of fun too. But I like to mix and match these. So anyway, it's kind of a 5-in-1 manicure for you. I hope you guys like it, or at least like one of the fingers out of the 5. But that's it for this one. So I hope you guys like it, and thanks for watching. We'll see you next time. Bye.